Heroes Like Us is a series intended at sharing comic book characters from various backgrounds and identities. We won't always get everything right, so feel free to make amendments and corrections in the comments. They're always appreciated. What's not appreciated, however, is any form of hate speech or intolerance, so comments of that nature will be immediately deleted and those users blocked from this channel. This is a place of education and celebration. Welcome to I Am Your Target Demographic, and welcome to our newest Heroes Like Us video. This is our third entry talking about characters that are either from China or have Chinese, backgrounds. If you haven't seen the other two, you don't have to watch them in any order. So after this, you can go check them out, or you can pause, go watch those first, and then come back here. We're going to talk about actually a lot of characters today. The first topic has 10 characters alone, plus another handful. So we're going to talk about a lot. I'm going to show you some pictures, but this is going to be very superficial. So if these are characters that you're interested in, this is a leaping off point for you to say, I want to find out more about them, or I want to go read those books. That's what the point of this series is. There are 70 something Heroes Like Us videos. So even if you're interested in other identities, go watch them. But let's dive in to some Chinese characters. First up, the Great 10 from DC Comics. The Great 10 are 10 superheroes, as the name suggests, and are sponsored by the People's Republic of China. These 10 are, in alphabetical order: accomplished perfect physician, a healer who uses words and sounds to both heal his teammates and cause destruction, like earthquakes. August General in Iron is a former Spec Ops soldier who is used to dealing with alien incursions, but has now been charged with leading the Great 10. His power includes superhuman strength and iron-like plates that grow on his body. Celestial Archer is a man who found the ancient celestial bow of Yi, which gives godlike archery skills. Ghost Fox Killer is a woman known for killing evil men and then controlling their ghosts. Her touch causes instant death to all men, except for her lover, August General in Iron, who is immune to her touch. Immortal Man in Darkness is a pilot of an alien vessel who sits in a cockpit of fluid that bonds him to the aircraft, but takes years off his life each time he flies. Many past pilots have given their lives to this aircraft. One of the Great Ten's most unique heroes is the Mother of Champions, a physicist who was exposed to a quote-unquote God particle, which allows her to now give birth to 25 super soldiers every 3 days. She gives birth to so many, but they only live about 1 week, as they age 10 years for every day they live. 7 Deadly Brothers is a man who can split into 7 clones of himself, each one a master in a different form of kung fu. Shaolin Robot is an automaton built to protect an ancient tomb, given the memories and thoughts of the automaton's engineer. Socialist Red Guardsman is an ageless hero, said to have a radioactive body, so he lives in the isolated desert until he can be called into battle. And lastly, Thundermind. This is a history teacher who accidentally says a key phrase from a Buddhist artifact, which turns him temporarily into a bodhisattva, a human who has achieved full human potential with metahuman abilities, like telepathy. The roster of the Great 10 has changed and adapted, so these may not be the Great 10 members in all of the iterations. They even expanded to the Great 20 when the world needed them. Up next is Mandarin from Marvel Comics. The villain known as the Mandarin grew up as a criminal in China, who happened upon a downed alien spacecraft where he found 10 magical rings, each with a different power. This increased his criminal behavior, where he terrorized towns and villages until he faced off against his arch-rival, the hero, Iron Man. Mandarin has been a villain on and off throughout the continuity of Marvel Comics. He appeared in the MCU film Iron Man 3, played by Ben Kingsley, but this turned out to be a ruse, and he eventually showed his real self in the film Shang-Chi, played by Tony Leung. Up next, Monkey Prince, Marcus' son from DC Comics. This is a clone of the ancient Monkey King, an ancient Chinese god. He grew up as a child on Earth, unaware of his origins. He was eventually told of his abilities, where he can become the embodiment of the Monkey King, along with many abilities, including flight, accelerated healing, and the ability to use magic. He is immortal while in his monkey shape, but his shape-shifting is tied to his emotions. So for example, if he's scared, he may revert back to his human shape and no longer be immortal. Aero, Lei Ling, Marvel Comics. Aero is an architect who discovers she has air manipulation abilities, including to fly, move other people and their movements, create hurricanes, and even create air constructs like swords and shields by compressing air into a solid state. While her name in English comic books is Aero, closer exact translations may be more like Cyclone or Thunder. Roundhouse, William Wu from DC Comics. Billy was given metahuman abilities through a chemical explosion that turned him blue and allowed him to turn into a blob. He's only able to freely walk and move thanks to a suit that keeps his body contained. He eventually joined the Teen Titans, discovering new ways to use his abilities, including changing size and even matter, so he could become a ball of fire, for example. Up next, Swordmaster, Lin Le, Marvel Comics. Originally wielding an ancient sword, Lin fought alongside the team Agents of Atlas. The sword was able to move and act on its own and shoot projectiles, but was only usable by a blood descendant of its original owner, though some powerful magic users may have found ways to get around this. The sword was eventually destroyed, but Lin was able to wield shards of it through his fists for a time, before also gaining the powers of the Iron Fist, a gift from the dragon spirit Xiao Lao. He appears as Iron Fist in the competitive game Marvel Rivals. Lastly, the Envoy, Xanth Zhao, DC Comics. As a young girl, Xanth was hit by a car and killed, though she was brought to the spirit world by a godlike being who permanently made her half living and half dead, where she now serves as a spirit envoy, coming to the mortal world to fight spirit beings, and then tending to the spirits of the dead in the spirit world. Xanth uses magic to fight her battles, often aligning with characters like John Constantine. And that was a lot of characters that we talked about today. So thanks for engaging. If you haven't already seen the other 2 videos about Chinese characters, go back and watch them. Let me know down in the comments if there's other characters that come to mind that you think I missed. I would love to do a part 4. I love doing more iterations of these, showing off characters that are not as necessarily as well known. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.